Okay, so thanks again for tuning in. So in this, it's not going to be a very long one. It's getting a bit late, and I've just realised a few things that I'll just share with you now. So the first thing is the probability of a elemental creature having a particular magical ability based on the rank of the elemental creature. So what I'm trying to do is make it so that not every elemental will basically have a 50-50 chance of having a power. What I want to do is make it so that it's more along the lines of well, I'm going to say, for example, 40% chance of a greater elemental having a particular power compared to let's just say that for a greater elemental has a greater elemental has a 60% chance. An elemental has a 40% chance. An imp has a 20% chance, and so forth. So I'm making it so that most of the unbalanced magic items that are going to be found in the geopolitical, they are going to they're not going to have all these powers. So they're not going to be overwhelmingly powerful, and they may not have the modifiers for the geopolitical game. Anyway, I'm going to keep working away, and I'm going to try to explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So first thing is I'm just making these changes to suit and so right, sorry, I'm possibly going to be waffling and not making much sense, but I'm going to try and reduce that to a minimum if I can. So okay, so right. Look, I'm only going to have to do this once, hopefully. And that's what I'm hoping. Oops. Did not want to do that. Right. Now that's that. 280. Alright, so I'm making it so that the difficulty of difficult rating for an encounter with a greater elemental is a number between 2 and 80 plus the sum of the powers that it's got, and that the powers that it's got are effectively a 60% chance that they'll have those powers. So 60. Maybe I should change it a little bit more. To make it so that it's, instead of a 40%, it's instead of a 60%, it's a 70% chance. So that's 4, and we'll make that 3. Twenty replacements. Right. Still a lot of variables, but that's okay. Hopefully, this is actually it's not. Right. Now I kind of hate it when I find out some of these things after I've done formatting. But that's what happens. So anyway, so I've now realized that error. So now hopefully it's going to be resolved. I'm just going to go through and paste back into there just to confirm calculations at random. Looking good. Okay. I found this nifty way of hiding the calculations, or hiding some of the data that makes up the calculation behind the image, which is kind of handy because it's not going to ever be visible to anybody in this format. So as in it's got no anyway, it doesn't make much sense. What I'm trying to say is that it's not going to really impact on the player. As I said, I'm hopefully not going to have to do this again and again. So anyway, so that's 0.3 and we'll make this 0.5. Now, with 0.5, we don't have to do any of that. We can just basically do a rand. Oops. Equals rand. And it will basically give us a 50-50 chance without having to we'll give us a 50% chance without having to do any of the silliness that we were doing before. So I can leave those calculations behind there. It doesn't really impact. Now I did realise that there's something else that I've done differently, and that is that I have already done it to one, but I haven't done it to the others, which is I've changed the layout a little bit. Pain in the neck. Just done that so that there's a space at the bottom here, and at the top here it's got a bit of a space between difficulty, and so that doesn't really have any impact there. And as I said, that's now sorted. But I need to do the same thing right across the board and go down through all of these. Alright. Not sure if this is going to work, but we'll give it a go. Alright. Alright, so that's that. Okay, so that's now doing the calculation as it's supposed to. This is still showing the rand. Okay. Yes, so it's sometimes simpler. Yes, I could basically copy that. So take the dragon, the imp or the elemental image over to here, and then copy and paste and do those sort of things. But instead I can basically it's a little bit more time consuming. I mean, it's just a step by step. I suppose just wanting to right. And it doesn't take much to put them in the wrong place, as you sort of just realized and found out. Okay. Cut, paste. Oh, bloody hell. Alright, so undo that, undo that, undo that. Right, we may as well undo that too. Alright, so again, this time we're going to copy, and this time we're going to not have the same issues. Yes, I make heaps of mistakes, and I don't really want to think about how many mistakes I've made since I've been doing this. But anyway, we're doing the best we can. Alright, so that's with just the basic RAN function. So now we have to go back to the old method of doing it, the old way of basically that I described. Now I will look, it's just easier for me to. I know that this is like so much over, like double handling and things like this, but there's not a great deal I can do. Alright, so we're grabbing those for copying, and then I'm going to insert, and I'm going to, well, may as well do a replace greater with replace all. There's 4 changes, so that says fire elemental now instead of greater fire elemental. Gonna delete these. And then I'm going to let's stick them up here, out of the way. Then I'm going to, well, I need to create a box, a black box. Insert shapes, and then I'm going to grab that area there, make it black, make the shape fill is black, shape outline is black, and then I'm going to copy or cut that, and I'm going to paste that over here. Then I'm going to grab this and put it over the top. I'm going to send that to back. Like so. So now, ooh, there we go. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. So yeah, again the calculations will be concealed in that way. Anyway, so what we've got here is we've got to change this to 40. Change this to 40. Now I just need to check that yes, I changed that to 60. Now this is 40. And what else do I need to check? Right, here we go. So that was all these. We need to. Well, I can do another find thing, so we can do that, and we can replace 0.3 with 0.7. And there's 80 replacements. I'm not sure if you can see that. 80 replacements have been made, so that's right. So now basically what it does is it goes into the calculations and it just changes. Whenever it comes up, there's some little cool tricks that you can do to, I mean, the more mistakes that I make, it means that I kind of have to do like a rapid solution finding thing. So send to back. Alright, for some reason it doesn't stay at the back. As in, it doesn't stay at the back for all of them. But that's okay. Okay, so now you can grab that, drag it over here, and then you can use the arrow buttons arrow keys to maneuver it into place. Alright, we'll just check something else. So now, yep, it looks like it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Alright. Now you can kind of see that there's a line on this one here. I don't think that it's, look, I'm seeing it. I don't think, oh yes, you can see it as well. Look, I don't want it there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and crop it. Crop. It's not what we want. Right, why is it not wanting to crop? Picture corrections, picture color, crop position. No, not really sure why it doesn't want to let me crop. Anyway, look, it's just such a minor thing, I'm just gonna forget about it. Alright, so I know I said this was gonna be a short one and everything. Yeah, look, no, I can't just let it go. Alright, we'll fix this. So opening up paint, and I'm going to cut that, and then I'm going to paste that, and I'm going to create another layer, and this will be a black layer. Right, what happened there? Right, the background. Right, that's it. Okay. Okay, so now I should be able to simply copy. Oh, I'll try cutting it, and then we'll try pasting it. And there we go. So it really didn't take that long in the scheme of things, and I feel much better for having done that. However, the size of the thing needs to be reduced to the same as that one. Looks pretty good to me. Okay, so alright, now little things like that, you can see that it's coming up with hashes. Now that's at 18 points there, 18 point, 18, 18, 18, 18, and that's 18 as well, but for some reason it doesn't like 42, so I'm going to drop everything down to 16 in this corner. Anyway, you kind of get where I'm coming from. You can see that, like, oh, you know, there's lots of mucking around in Excel, but look, I've been working up for so long that we're almost at the end of it. You know, it won't be much longer. I wouldn't be doing these live streams if I wasn't fairly confident that it was all going to turn out for the best. So anyway, look, I'm starting to ramble again, and I need to focus a little bit and get this done. Anyway, just another demonstration of some of the functionality I've put into Excel to do the geopolitical. Anyway, if you've got any questions, just please send me a PM, and then I'll hopefully answer them during the next live stream. And if you want to check out Renegade, larp.com.